Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Last Line of Defense. In the last episode, the team was sent off on a covert operation where Davis had been tasked to hack the Xcom comms array in South Africa. Although the Exalt agents had finally upgraded with laser weaponry, the team came out of the mission unharmed. Moments after returning to HQ and having no further research, we made one suit of Titan armor and sent the strike team to Egypt to investigate more alien abductions. Basso took some heavy damage from the cyber discs, but the mission was ultimately a success. Once returned, Major Ezel informed us that the Council wanted to go forward with Operation Dying Hero, the assault on the alien base. How are you feeling, Vi? I'm not too good, Colonel. Although the doctors tell me that the Titus-soon really helped reduce the severity of the damage. They say you'll be up in no time because of it, that and the newly formulated drugs we synthesized from the muton blood. If you're using experimental drugs on me, that can only mean... The Council have demanded that we begin Operation Dying Hero as soon as possible. We need you on the team, Vi. You're a damn better shot than I, and, well, you're the one who makes the team work so well. I hope I can live up to your expectations, Colonel. I order you to recover, Captain. I'll see you for the assault. Welcome back to episode 16 of Last Line of Defense. We are in the main HQ. I am back from my week off and started recording all these again. We're going to go to the lab just to see things that we can research. There are things we can research. As you can see, we can use to see the plasma rifle, the fusion last. I decide to go for the plasma rifle. And then I look at the things that we can build and buy. There is an Archangel armor, which we can do, which I decided to buy because I want to use it for our sniper, Endo. Also, the new sniper has been found, the plasma sniper rifle, which is a really strong late game weapon. In fact, all the plasma weaponry is the final thing you can get in the game, and it's really good. There's also a dispatch items for several laser weaponry that we can dispatch to the Council for some money, which I have done, which allows us to have a bunch of money. Also, just looking around everything to upgrade stuff. So as you can see, the loadout of Endo is going to change. She's going to have Archangel armor instead of Titan armor to allow her to fly off on top of buildings instantly and things like that. The Archangel armor is really, really good. You're going to see later on in the series something I do that which makes it slightly redundant, but it's still a pretty awesome thing to have. I'm then going to purchase the new guy training, which allows every single new recruit to be a squaddy instantly, so they will automatically get a upgrade into a certain thing. So that includes Holly Thomas, who's been in our room for a while. She becomes a sniper, which is pretty annoying. I'm then going to I choose to recruit a few soldiers, 4 or 5 or 7. Apparently 7. Okay, a very random amount. So they're going to arrive in a few in-game days. I can't research anything else because I've run out of things and monies and stuff like that. There's also a heavy weapons platform which I haven't made yet, a Shiv, and we are going to create one of them, which is going to take some time as well. And we're going to be using that in a future mission. We're then going to continue doing that, and then we find a UFO, which we are going to send our laser cannon person to deal with. He's going to go there, and we're going to see how effective the laser cannon is, and it's pretty effective, as you can imagine. However, it's short range, so we're going to take quite a few hits. First one hitting, second one hitting, and then a bunch of laser fire really quickly taking it down. Our interceptor not taking that much damage because of it. We're then going to send the Sky Ranger, and we're going to do some editing of our troops. So that's current loadout that we have. Basso is of course injured, so we're just going to do some editing of everyone. We've got a new loadout and things like that. We're also going to take Chikunga along with us so that we can level her up, because a lot of our dudes, a lot of our operatives already max level, so we want to upgrade as many other people as possible. Decided to take Chikunga instead of who did I drop? It looks like I've dropped someone. Chow, I think it is. Anyway, let's go for Operation Purple Palace.
Outer marker. Approaching the crash site now. Strike team is awaiting your orders.
Affirmative, Big Sky.
Strike 1 is free to engage hostile targets at the crash site.
So the team spreads out and looks for clues, as is the usual for the beginning of missions, with Endo going up to the wall alongside Suleiman. Next is Chikunga, who is a corporal. We saw a few missions back, actually probably quite a few episodes since. So she's going to go up into a very poor position because of misclicking, so she can't go into Overwatch. Vargas is going to follow next to her, going into Overwatch, not going into Overwatch either, just sprinting. Guzman is going to take a forward position where she can potentially see the enemy. There is no enemies, but she can see crashed UFO, and Shang is going to go around the side to go into Overwatch as well. So we've dropped Basso because she's injured. We've also dropped Shang, not Shang, Xiao, or Shang, I can't remember. That one's Shang, so Xiao. Jesus Christ. Don't even know my operatives. But yeah, so we dropped Xiao for the moment, since he's also, I believe he's a major, or he might have become a colonel. But we dropped him because we don't need that many supports at the moment, considering we've got Vargas. We don't have an assault, we've got two heavies though, because we've got Suleiman and we've got Shang. So yeah, so Guzman's going to go around the side since we found the mail canister. Endo is going to start flying. I just want to test this out, because I thought the flying would allow you to go further, but it doesn't actually allow you to go further. However, it doesn't, and you've only got a specific amount of ability to do that flying per go. So like it's got a kind of like a petrol amount. Well, I can't remember really anything, but like a canister or a tank full of petrol that's like enough for 4 flights or whatever, and it doesn't cost anything to activate it and then deactivate it. So you can do that as many times, but it doesn't like add anything. You can't activate it end your turn, for example. But yeah, so I just tested out to see what the kind of movement range was, and I saw that it wasn't good enough to really do what I wanted it to do. It doesn't seem to add any bonus range, it just allows you to move any direction up or down easily enough. So now I'm going to toggle the flight so that she doesn't have to go around. She can go further enough so that she's behind the tree, and that just allows her to do a little jump. She can also float in the air if I so wish it to happen. But yeah, it's not really too useful, so to speak, at this point, especially on this map. It's good on a city map or a map in a ship, which we will get onto most likely in future levels and future missions. The rest of the team is going to move up towards the UFO crash site, trying to find the best bits of cover without sitting in fire, which Suleiman does, but the fire doesn't harm anyone in this game. I'm not entirely sure if fire harms you in the other games. It might do. I'm not 100% sure, I can't remember. And the other teams on the extreme left are going to sort of circle around, try and get towards the crash site itself. Alien activity, we can hear that there is something going on within the crashed UFO, but we cannot actually see what that could be. Endo goes closer to one of the trees. She's getting ready to do some shooting in the future. Suleiman is going to go down on the left side of that door. He's going to open it. No, he's going to go into Overwatch. He's going to open it next turn, most likely, so that he can start seeing what's going through there. Chikunga goes into Overwatch. Vargas is going to move up as well, also going into Overwatch, trying to get himself a cover on the left side so he can't be outflanked. Guzman is going to allow Shang to do his move first, see if he can spot anyone. Goes into Overwatch, and then Guzman is going to not go to the extent of her movement range, just move forward, see if she can spot anything. Go into Overwatch there, not going too far ahead of the team, just in case there could be something around the side. Once again, we hear that there is something going on in the middle of the ship, it looks like, but nothing too fancy. So Suleiman is going to open. He also hears a mail canister, and he senses one. Opens up the ship, doesn't see anyone, goes through to go to the panel, see if you can see down both corridors. Nothing seems to have been activated from that, so the team is going to move up into the crashed UFO now. Going into Overwatch, Vargas is going to stick close to Chikunga and then spots the first enemies, the Berserker and 2 Mutons, which seems to be a standard amount. Now the Berserker is in a very annoying place for everyone. However, Vargas should be able to shoot the Berserker pretty easily with 84% chance with his Battling Rifle. doing 8 damage. The Berserker is going to rage a bit and move forward, hopefully triggering the Overwatch from Chikunga, which he does. Chikunga fires and misses. She's a corporal, so that's kind of understandable, but still very annoying for the moment. So now it's continuation of my turn. I don't seem to have many operatives that can actually do something about that. However, Guzman is going to run as fast as she can back to that place to try and sort that out. I'm also going to try and launch a grenade that far. I don't think she's going to be able to. No, she can, but without hitting Suleiman is going to be very hard. I try and do it, but I don't think that's actually going to be able to, because Suleiman, because of the positioning of these things, so sadly she won't be able to do anything except go into Overwatch. Shang is however going to go around the side, see if he can target something, which he can. 56%, you might as well try at that point. He does, and he succeeds, not only hollow targeting it but also getting 7 damage on. And then an Overwatch shot from Suleiman, who also misses as the Berserker comes running forward towards Guzman, and then Guzman gets her Overwatch shot off, 6 damage, killing the Berserker before he gets a chance to do anything, which is fantastic. Endo has a shot with 93% chance on the Muton. She's going to try and get a headshot off, firing and doing full damage, critting that for the killing blow, leaving only one Muton left, who is pretty pissed off. He's going to sulk back into the UFO, realizing that he's probably not going to be able to do any kind of damage over there. But that threat is eliminated for now. We now know that there's a Muton around, but he shouldn't be too much of a threat, judging by how well equipped our team is. Probably, if I'm honest, too well equipped. They have a lot of, I mean, they've got the best armor. Some of them have the second best weapons that they can get. When it comes to like the plasma rifles, it's not quite the plasma, I think it's like the light plasma rifles that we've got. We don't have full plasma rifles. I think those are the best, but the light plasmas are like slightly worse plasma rifles. They're still better than the laser rifles though. But yeah, so we are very, like, considering this is still mid-game at this point, we're halfway through the series, and we're halfway through the game. We've kind of been putting off moving forward and doing the alien base at the moment because I didn't feel like we were good enough, but I think we probably were good enough. My only issue is that we didn't have an assault specialist who was high enough level. Vargas does his very nice miss towards that Muton who comes around the corner, who's going to continue going around the corner. He's then going to scream a little bit, and I believe that means he's just like used all his movement up rather than done anything useful. So Vargas is going to move up to cover, which allows him to flank that Muton, who cancels being in the open. He still manages to miss though. Wow. It's weird because I having played this, I've played this like 2 months ago now. Like, I do not remember Vargas missing that much. Even when I completed it, I do not remember Vargas missing that much. Guzman's going to fire a grenade launcher so that she can destroy the Muton without destroying the Mel canister. However, this is going to cause friendly fire of some kind on herself. So she's just trying to target it, and it's not really going really well. I think the friendly object is the Mel canister though, so she's going to decide not to do anything, just going to Overwatch. Shang is going to just move up, I believe, to the side so that in case something flanks them around, going into Overwatch. Endo really can't do anything from where she is, so she's going to dash up to the center of the console. Suleiman is going to go around the side so he can target the Muton from there. Also seeing one of the outsiders, even though the outsider is in another room, I believe. So I don't think they can actually see him. Oh, maybe there might be an opening there. So he's going to suppress, apparently. He's going to suppress the Muton. That's fair enough, I guess. Managing to... He was the last person, actually, so that's probably a good thing to do. Oh no, it's the Chikunga. I'm not entirely sure what she's going to do, though, to be honest. She could dash, I think that's what she's going to decide to do. She's going to dash in front of all that fire. Managing to also see the next few things, which is a sectoid and a sectopod. A sectopod is a mechtoid. Sectopods are later. So Suleiman manages to suppress the Muton, and Muton tried to shoot back, but he got suppressed and killed. The outsider moves away from everyone, going into another part of the thing. The Mechtoid is still around. Endo is just going to go into Overwatch. Suleiman's run out of ammo, so he's going to fire a rocket potentially, or just a needle grenade around the side. Yeah, it looks like that's what's going to happen. Going to fire a needle grenade, or a rocket, or nothing. I mean, do whatever you want, man. Chikunga's going to fire the Mechtoid, missing with 90% chance of hitting, so yeah, great. School of Vargas right there. Vargas is going to move around the side, potentially. Try and get himself a shot on the Mechtoid, who gets an Overwatch shot because it's a Mechtoid. That's Vargas doing 8 damage to him. He's going to go around the side anyway, trying to get a shot off. Managing to actually hit the Mechtoid for 8 damage with that. Guzman is going to go up. She can probably punch the Mechtoid, which I think is what she's just going to decide to do. Managing to see the outsider as well, however the Mechtoid is definitely much more important to deal with currently. She gets that fist kinetic charge, killing it with 12 damage done. So the Mechtoid is out. Next we have Shang, who's going to go around. He could possibly kill the outsider if he gets a shot off from where he is, but I don't think he can shoot through those doors. And Suleiman is just going to move and reload. So there's an outsider and possibly other things. In fact, there's the other things. There's a sectoid and another Mechtoid. And then the outsider is going to move towards us all. Try and get himself in a position where he can shoot, and he does. He fires at Guzman through the wall. Not managing to kill Guzman though. Or hitting her for that matter. Endo at the moment pretty useless because she's only really useful when there's a well, when she's not in a building, which is for all intents and purposes pretty much is. We've got an alien grenade that's going to be fired by Shang, so we can destroy the outsider right there, firing it next to the wall, shooting it and destroying the outsider. Nice. So Endo is then going to go dash next to that door to get himself into a good cover, close enough to the action where she can probably shoot something next turn, as you saw that she got a squad sight shot potential later on. Chikunga's going to go forward, actually spot those two properly. Mechtoid is going to go into Overwatch, Sectoid is going to bugger off, and then she's going to try and shoot for 63% chance to hit. She manages to get hit, 7 damage done to the Mechtoid. Vargas needs to reload, so he's probably going to back off and then reload or go towards them. One or the other. He's going to go in there. Going there is a bit pointless. She's actually going to go all the way around, which is not a bad position to be, and go and do a reload. Guzman is going to move up, trying to get a sight on the Mechtoid by only moving slightly forward. Doesn't want to get isolated. She's got a 75% chance to hit, so she's going to try and do that, managing to do that successfully with 8 damage. Still a Sexoid out there somewhere. Suleiman is going to walk out. The thing is, there's no cover around, so it's probably not a good idea to do that. So he's actually going to go around to the other side of that to get himself a good cover, but he cannot fire at the Mechtoid from here, so he's just going to go into Overwatch in case it decides to move forward. The Mechtoid does decide to move forward and gets hit, well, targeted by the Overwatch. Does it hit though? Nope. Having missed now. A poor shot over there, but the Mechtoid moves forward, and I do not believe it going to... No, it is. It's going to target at Guzman, doing 6 damage to the to our own mech, and then it's going to stay still and get shielded by a Sectoid in the area. Endo is going to move up. Doesn't get a squad sight shot anywhere, or any kind of shot at all, to be honest. So she's just going to reload. Suleiman is going to move as close as possible. Seeing the Sectoid, the Mechtoid. God damn, I keep getting confused. What's going to happen is that Guzman is going to move up to try and kill the Sectoid. There we go. She has a 65% chance of potentially doing it, but she's going to decide to launch a grenade instead. Managing to do that. Boom. Which not only kills that Sectoid, but also deals some damage to the Mechtoid, who's now no longer being psychically protected. I then decide not to kill it with Suleiman, but with Chikunga, since Chikunga actually does require some XP. So she's going to get very close. 91% chance to hit, shooting it, and then damage it down to death. It dies in a very cinematic and awesome way, finishing the mission with a successful victory. We return to base to see if we have any promotions, and it turns out that Chikunga did get promoted to Sergeant, her nickname being Pixie for whatever reason. I decided to go for the Field Medic perk because we need more medics. The thing is that Xiao is a medic, but Vargas is not. Vargas is like our smoke specialist, but I don't really use his smoke ability that often. We do a bit of activity. Quite a few things get done, including the satellite uplink. Basso returns, and our Raven that used to knock down that UFO also comes back being repaired. We've got a bunch of new recruits. We've got a support, we've got a heavy, we've got a sniper, we've got a third sniper, that's right, 3 snipers. Then we have Kebe, who is a assault specialist, and another support. So we seem to just have a bunch of support people, and only 1 assault. I'm really looking for more assault people. I'm not really getting that many. I've got 3 snipers, which is really irritating. I get so many snipers every fucking time. And we just go back, we go to actually give a medal. We're going to give one of the Council Medal of Honor, which gives +1 aim and will for each mission that they do to Basso, because she's deserving of one, because, you know, she's amazing, and just that's how we roll in the XCOM. We like our assaults because there aren't that many, so we cherish them a lot, despite, you know, some of them actually dying. We then decide finally to assault the alien base. Operation Dying Hero is a go. So we're just going to clear a bunch of these off and try and return them to how we want them. We definitely want Basso, and we definitely want Xiao back. So we've got the whole team. Also, at some point Guzman became a colonel, but I don't think I recorded that bit, so I think it must have been that episode, that mission that was lost in time. So we do have actually a full plasma rifle in our team, which Basso is going to be holding, and Xiao is going to get himself his Titan armor, just be using a light plasma rifle, which isn't as cool, but hey, laser pistol and an alien grenade. Should probably give Xiao the med kits, but I haven't quite realised that at that point, since Vargas, I don't know what I'm doing here, but Vargas is our our smoke specialist. At one point I'll realise that that's not the case, unless Xiao is the, I cannot remember. I think he is actually. Let's go to abilities. Thank you. Go to abilities, please. Yeah, no. Xiao is our smoke specialist, but he's called Angel. This is what I think I got really confused whilst playing actually as well, because Angel seems like the res dude, but it's not. But anyway, so that is our team, and let's go and launch Operation Dying Hero at last. Operatives, the moment that you have been waiting for the past few months is finally upon us. Most of you will already be aware that we have known the location of an alien base within European borders for a substantial length of time. However, Major Azel, Captain Fawn and myself, along with Dr. Shen and Farlan, thought it best to focus on getting you the best equipment and field experience before going into this darkness. Alongside that, Exalt have not made this easy. Their continued meddling within our operations has slowed our progress considerably. No longer. You are Strike One, the best of all the operatives that the XCOM have to offer, and the elites of humanity. Together, you have overcome challenge after challenge, saving countless lives and preventing the loss of countless more. I do not know what you will find down in that facility, but I do know that you are all more than capable of destroying this threat once and for all.
Reason to blow him to hell. Get moving.
So the team has landed in some kind of laboratory thing that the aliens seem to have. All these pods happen to have humans inside them doing some kind of thing to them. Endo is going to activate her Archangel pack so that she can fly straight up into that corridor, see if she can spot anything, and also get into cover straight away, also allowing her to go into Overwatch without triggering anything, really, which is great. Suleiman is going to take the other side of that section, going dashing across since he can't go into watch. There is no one spotted, so far everything seems to be okay. Basso is going to follow them. Vargas is also going to go into that location, trying to see if there's anyone down there, but there isn't. Guzman is going to do something similar, although she's going to go into Overwatch formation since she doesn't really require the need to get into cover. And Xiao is going to dash to the other side. I've completely ignored the corridor to my right. I'm just going to focus on this middle corridor and then continue down it. I'm now going to look exactly what's around. It looks like there's 3 corridors in total, so going through the center one is probably the easiest way, unless I wanted to move it so that it was 2 operatives per corridor, but I think that would be really silly. So Valen realizes, oh god, these are humans, but we don't know what that could be. Guzman's going to go into Overwatch, and then the rest of the team is going to follow on. First, Basso is going to take the next corridor entrance going into Overwatch, where she is. I literally have no idea what to expect at this stage. Don't know if I'm going to be ambushed, what kind of enemies we might be coming across, or anything. The rest of the team is going to just hop on one by one. The fact that I don't know what's about to come on means I'm going to play this very, very cautiously. This is my A team. They are very strong, very able to look after themselves. However, that doesn't mean that I want to just run them into the enemy and get killed at the first sign of danger, because that would be really shit. During the alien activity, Guzman hears that there are enemies further along down this path, so she is going to look down. But first we're going to move the rest of the team just to move forward, get ourselves into Overwatch, get some good positioning, although I haven't actually gone into Overwatch quite yet, with both Masso and Suleiman going up just in case. Moving Guzman up to this, it looks like there's some kind of control room up ahead, and we're going to be able to get the whole of the team there so that they can get themselves into Overwatch around that door before moving through. Doesn't seem to be any aliens in this main section of the facility. You'd think it'd be more guarded considering the amount of abductees in pods over here, but apparently not. The rest of the team goes into Overwatch, and we end the turn. During the activity of the aliens, nothing really happens, just very silently go forward. There's not enough really to do. I was looking around to see if I could go around, but there really only is one entrance into this, and that is through this main corridor. There is of course the 2 corridors to the side, but I decided to ignore those completely, so that we're going to continue to do that and just dash up to this section here. The rest of the team is going to go and follow them, doing some overwatching and also some dashing from everyone around. Guzman's going to go back because if I go too close to that, I'm going to have to just waste movement to go around that, going into Overwatch to protect anyone if they are attacked from the center. It seems that the aliens are not aware that we've arrived in the facility quite yet. Endo dashing up to that final position there, and the alien activity started. We can hear that there are some aliens now to the left of Guzman, and we can actually see them go through. We have a Muton and some Muton Berserker and some Mutons. Guzman is going to be, well, there's quite a lot of Overwatch going to be happening to that Berserker. He gets hit twice and then gets missed once. He moves forward, there is also a Muton there, and then Basso gets a shot of opportunity because he came within line of sight of her, or within 3 tiles of her or something like that. But yeah, so that Muton has been dealt with pretty much. Basso is going to laser pistol him to death. There we go. That having been done, it means that we can focus on the other Mutons outside. So Guzman's going to head over there first. She's going to take the brunt of the attack should there be one. It also appears that there's more mutons to the other side of that section. One of the Berserker comes towards Guzman, and then the rest of them are on the other side of the corridor, which means we're going to have to get some people to direct the aim towards that. Guzman has the chance of firing one of her grenade launchers at two mutons who've packed themselves together, so she's going to fire that, dealing 4 damage to both of them, also clearing away all the cover that there is there, which will allow us to really deal with them in the future. However, Guzman has now run out of action points, which is not too good. Xiao is going to go around and go into Overwatch where he is, just in case anything comes around. Suleiman is going to go around the corner. I'm going to ask him to go up there so that he can deal with those two mutons that are down there. However, he cannot do anything quite yet. Basso does have a shot at one of the mutons, 72% chance to hit. It's not incredible, but it's enough. As the muton goes down, Basso gets a kill. Also gets her a promotion, so she's now a major. Vargas is going to look around the side so he can get a good shot around that guy. Gets himself a shot. He misses, of course. Not really a surprise there, and the alien activity continues. Berserker goes forth, gets hit by Xiao's reaction shot, doesn't actually get hit. Gets targeted though, and that's good enough, I guess. But the Berserker, no, does it? Yes, it has the chance to hit Guzman, who takes a hit, but only 6 damage, not too bad at all. Vargas actually gets hit by the 8 damage from a muton. I'll teach him to keep missing, and Guzman is also going to get shot at by a muton, but that one misses, luckily. The other muton is going to back off and run away from everyone. He's going to jump down, no idea where he went. Could have been to his death, could have been anywhere. So the operatives still have to. We've taken quite a bit of damage, but not a huge amount. Guzman does not have enough to one-shot the Berserker as of yet. I'm just looking up to where I can go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move one across, and then I'm going to kinetic strike it that way, punching it for a whole lot of damage, 12 damage in total, which should be enough to kill it. With Basso, who actually takes a combat specialist shot because of that. Totally unawares that that was even a thing. I'm not going to complain. I think it's because when I punched him, I technically punched him backwards, so he counts as coming into contact. Or it could be because he gets hit, he takes a reaction, and because of where I put Guzman, he had to go around that way, which is going to be close. Suleiman decides to go for a suppression shot on that guy, so that's good. Basso's going to go into Overwatch where she is. Vargas is going to try and shoot at that hollow targeted muton, missing again. Vargas really being a liability more than anything at this point. Xiao is going to move up. Not going to be able to target anyone, so he's just going to go into Overwatch where he is. And Endo is going to be able to use her sniper rifle to kill that muton, shooting him for all his health. Actually managing to do a critical hit of 10. There is one muton left over here. There's another one that's escaped. Suleiman's going to get shot at. He actually does take 6 damage from that muton. We've taken quite a bit of damage already. We've just been attacked by mutons at the moment. And then Endo does a headshot to guarantee her kill of that mutant, which she crits, which she doesn't crit, which is terrible, but she does have double tap, so she should be able to shoot again for 94% damage. 97% hit, sorry, I don't even know what the fuck I'm on about anymore. But managing to kill that muton with her double tap ability, which is just invaluable at this point. So, after the first proper round of combat, it looks like we have 3 people that have been damaged: Vargas, Suleiman, and Guzman. And the team can now dash up, except for Vargas, who can't be bothered. Apparently, he might heal himself. Actually, no, he's going to reload. Yeah, so our team's going to just get together and get ready to push on to the rest of the ship, going into Overwatch, with Guzman and Xiao going to take a position to her left, also going to go into Overwatch. During the alien activity, the muton that we saw earlier is going to get reaction shotted by both Xiao and Guzman. Xiao misses because Guzman got the shot first, and so the muton dies. There is no more alien threat that we know of, although that is probably not true. Endo's going to most likely going to go for a reload at this point. Suleiman's also going to have to go for a reload. I think I'm going to go with a reload with everyone who requires it. Basso's going to move forward, going for an Overwatch. Vargas is going to dash up next to Endo. Guzman is going to run up to the top of that area, just so that she can try and spot what's going on. She's going to go for a reload. Shao is also going to do the same, or go for a reload. Yeah, he's probably just going to go for a reload. That's a safer bet. During the alien activity, Guzman can hear that there are stuff nearby. We're going to have to go around. I don't think you can actually get down there without jump. I think you might be able to jump down, but I don't think you can do anything. Vargas is going to heal himself, or heal Vargas, heal Suleiman. That's Suleiman. So yeah, he's going to heal Suleiman, not himself. Fair enough. Guzman's going to move up, spots a cyber disc and 2 drones. So we get the first enemy in. She's up above them. And some big tanks. So Guzman is going to go for the shot on the cyber disc, shooting it for 8 hull damage. Shao also has a shot, although probably at a drone rather than a cyber disc. But he's going to go, it's a 100% chance, so you might as well go for it. Shooting and destroying that drone. Endo's got a lovely shot on the cyber disc from where she is. I think that's the cyber disc, might be the drone there. It's the cyber disc, doing 7 hull damage from where she is. Able to get a double tap shot for it. 100% chance to hit. She kills that cyber disc. Cyber disc down. The threat has been eliminated. Suleiman, who is now on full health, is going to just wait until Basso goes forward so that he can take her place. She's going to go into Overwatch from where she is now. Suleiman's going to take that location. Going to go into Overwatch as well, ending the turn for us, leaving only a drone out there who's going to run away but get hit by the Overwatch from Basso, who misses. So yeah, great. So the drone manages to escape and run away. I think he might go for a shot. He's going for a shot for Guzman, but misses with his light beam of some kind. Endo is going to move up next to Vargas, going into a reload. Suleiman is going to dash around the side. Since he's going to have to go around the side anyway, there's no way down apart from going down one of the corridors. Guzman is going to go for the shots to kill the drone, since it's a 100% chance, and he might as well. Successfully doing so. And then Guzman gets, because of the way that Guzman gets a free attack, or it counts as a 1 action if she shoots, and then so she can move right away. Shao is going to follow Suleiman, doing a dash all the way around, try and cover as much space as possible in the location he has. Basso is also going to do similar thing, dashing all the way around. There's a lot of potential loot that we can get from this space. And then Vargas is going to heal himself, because he's useless when he's not healed. That should end the turn. Alien activity. So now Endo is going to use her Archangel, I believe, to fly up to there, or just dash. She might just dash it, to be honest. Depends how far she can get. As you can see, she's got fuel 5 out of 6. There we go, she can go all the way there. That's what she's going to do.
Touching down.
Shao is going to move up to this side. See if he can spot anyone. Can't really spot anyone, but he does spot the rest of the corridor down there. Suleiman got the ability to back him up. Going to go into Overwatch where he is. Basso is going to just slightly step over so that she can spot that area. Maybe, yeah, going around apparently. She's going to go into Overwatch, wait for Guzman to catch up with her, or Vargas most likely is going to follow her as well. Vargas has to heal Guzman at some point, but I think he's going to wait. I don't think Guzman requires that heal or medical addition just quite yet. She's only taken 6 damage. She's still got quite a bit of health yet going into Overwatch. During the inactivity, Xiao hears that there are aliens further along. It looks like this room has been cleared. That means if we've not seen more aliens, there's only that cyber disc over there. So Endo is not going to do anything yet. We haven't spotted anyone. We don't know if there could be more aliens further along. So we're just going to send Guzman up just to see if she can spot anyone. It doesn't look like there is. There are stairs down, so we're probably going to take them, and we're going to have to put all the people around at that place so that they can move forward. They're going to have to go up to this little ledge on the right side ahead of Endo. Where we killed that cyber disc, we're going to have to go around and up that ledge. Suleiman is just going to dash all the way around. It comes apparent to me at this point that there isn't any more aliens in the vicinity. We're going to have to push up. So Basso is going to dash up next to Guzman, and then Vargas is going to follow along.
Yes, sir.
The good thing about Endo is that she can just fly down in, and then, like, yeah, it's all good. During an activity, we don't really spot anything more, no more aliens, so it does become obvious at this point that we are going to have to just run it, trying to get as close to the edge as possible. Suleiman is going to do a very hearty dash all the way up there, see if he can spot anything, but doesn't spot anything. Because up ahead there is another control panel and other things preventing us from seeing what is down there. But it looks like there are more of those canister things, so that's always good. Guzman dashing up, not on top of the ledge, because she doesn't particularly want to spot everything in case she aggroes some of the aliens in that area. Xiao is going to go next to Suleiman, leaving only Vargas and Endo to act. I think Endo is just going to use her Archangel to fly as far as she can. Turns out here. And then she can fly again, I believe. That's what she's going to do. Or I think I'm going to toggle it so that she goes down and then be able to dash the rest of the way.
On the move.
There we go. I've already used half of fuel, but it's all good. And then Vargas is going to dash up. And that will be all for this episode. We'll see what happens next in the following episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.